Welcome to the Get Fit Guy's quick and dirty tips to slim down and shape up. My name is Ben Greenfield. I'm the Get Fit Guy, and today we're going to talk about energy bars. Whether you're smack dab in the middle of a hardcore 100-mile bike ride, on a long nature hike, or you just need a quick pick-me-up before a morning or evening workout, energy bars can be a convenient way to get some easy-to-digest calories into your body to support physical performance. In a pinch, like during a morning commute to work or when you're on an airplane, they can be a decent portable meal too. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not arguing that you need to constantly be filling your face with snacks while you're out exercising, but it certainly can be useful, especially when you're on these longer exercise sessions, to have a little bit of fuel on hand. And it also comes in handy, like I mentioned, when you're traveling as well. Now, the problem is that many energy bars are just blends of concentrated sugar, GMO wheat and soy, highly processed ingredients, heated vegetable oils, commercial dairy, and other ingredients that are indeed concentrated sources of convenient calories, but frankly, aren't too great for your body. And while there are certainly some decent bars out there that actually do contain natural, organic ingredients, it's really not that hard to make your own energy bars. So, can you stir? Can you use a food processor or a blender? Well, great. That's all you need to make energy bars. So, one of my favorite websites called Greatest, and I'll link to this article in the show notes over at quickanddirtytips.com/GetFitGuy238. That's quickanddirtytips.com/GetFitGuy238. There's an article jam-packed with specific recipes for 34 healthy energy bars you can make at home. And while that article contains all the instructions you need to whip up a batch of energy bars, in this episode, I'm providing you with a list of some of the best, most nutrient-dense ingredients to have on hand to include in your homemade energy bars, or even to look for on the label of an energy bar that you might buy. So, without further ado, I'm going to give you my top 7 energy bar ingredients. So, let's start with this one, cacao. Raw chocolate, also known as cacao, is a great energy booster. You can put a tablespoon of cacao powder into a morning smoothie or a handful of crunchy raw cacao nibs into your energy bar recipe for a dose of natural antioxidants and cacao-based phenylethylamine, which can increase focus and alertness. Cacao is also a great transition ingredient if you're trying to move away from the use of unhealthy chocolate bars made from primarily milk and sugar. Now, when selecting your cacao, look for raw cacao if possible, preferably processed without alkali. You can even get your own whole cacao beans and grind them up yourself if you're a real Martha Stewart. Now, next is goji berries. Goji berries are dark red, chewy, tart berries that are jam-packed with protein. Just a quarter cup of goji provides 8 grams of protein. That's as much as an egg. Goji berries can also provide you with a significant calorie boost without adding a lot of bulk. So a quarter cup of goji berries provides about 230 calories or so. Now, additionally, goji are a very rich source of beta-carotene. Now, the berries blend pretty well, and also to complement the crunch of cacao nibs, offer a good chewy texture to energy bars. I would recommend you be a little bit picky about where you get your goji berries from and that you only purchase certified organic goji berries. Next comes maca. Maca, or M-A-C-A, is a root vegetable that originates in South America and is sold in the U.S. and most other countries as a nutrition supplement, considered to be a superfood. It's often taken to balance hormones, boost libido, and enhance sexual well-being. It's also used to increase energy and stamina, and it has a little bit of scientific support for its sexual health benefits, like the studies that I'll link to over at quickanddirtytips.com/GetFitGuy238. But don't count on it to be nature's Viagra. It may indeed help to increase libido, and it may help you feel your sexual health is improved or your hormones are balanced, but it's not necessarily a cure-all for things like erectile dysfunction, which I actually discussed in last week's episode on Kegel exercises. Now, when selecting your maca, try to choose organic, raw maca root powder, which usually comes in bags. Maca pills or capsules, on the other hand, only give you trace amounts of maca. You can expect a distinct nutty taste from a good organic raw maca root powder, a taste which can become overpowering if you use more than about 1 to 2 tablespoons in a serving of energy bar. Okay, next are sea vegetables. Sea vegetables like nori, kelp, and dulse are extremely dense sources of minerals, and for vegans and vegetarians, they're a critically important source of iodine. Just a single teaspoon of dulse flakes can provide about 100% of your daily iodine needs. As with most of the other energy bar ingredients I'm recommending, choose organic when you get sea veggies and look for versions that have been tested for heavy metals and other contaminants. However, your sea veggies don't need to be raw like the cacao or the maca, as sea vegetables are not deleteriously affected by the drying and the heating process. Okay, let's jump into our last three ingredients. Next are chia seeds. Now, chia are nourishing and soothing to the gut lining, and also a really good source of amino acids and omega-3 fatty acids. They're more digestible than another fatty acid-packed seed you may have heard of called flaxseed. And if you soak chia for 10 to 20 minutes in a glass of water prior to blending or mixing, it gives really good bulk and a nice nutty flavor. Now, next is hemp. Hemp is a high-quality, non-meat-based protein source and a great way to pack protein into an energy bar, unless you want a bar tasting like beef jerky from ground-up bacon bits. You can find hemp as organic hemp powder or as blended or whole hemp seeds. And like chia seeds, they're a great source of both fatty acids and amino acids. And then there's algae. Algae is an excellent non-meat-based source of the EPA and DHA omega-3 fatty acids. And while flax seeds, chia seeds, and other plant sources of omega-3s contain the short-chain, alpha-linoleic form of fatty acids, only algae oils contain the same highly absorbable, longer-chain fatty acid forms that are typically only found in things like fish and fish oils. Now, since your body has a limited ability to synthesize these longer-chain omega-3 fatty acids like EPA and DHA from the short-chain ALA found in seeds and nuts, algae sources like spirulina and chlorella can be fantastic, nutrient-dense additions to energy bars. So, now that you've got your hands on cacao, goji berries, maca, sea vegetables, chia, hemp, and algae, how can you actually make your own energy bar with all this stuff? Well, while the greatest article I alluded to earlier is chock full of ideas, I do have a quick recipe that I'll give you that uses all of the ingredients in this article. And you can grab that recipe right now by heading over to quickanddirtytips.com/getfitguy238. You'll find the exact recipe for my own superfood energy bars that use every ingredient that you just discovered. Now, take a look. Again, it's at quickanddirtytips.com/getfitguy238. And if you have questions about it, or if you want to add your own energy bar recipes, or you have questions about any of the ingredients that I just mentioned, then head over to facebook.com/getfitguy and join the conversation there. And until next time, I'm Ben Greenfield, the Get Fit Guy, asking you, what are you waiting for? Go get fit.